Hi guys, I thought I would record a little bit of advice based on what a lot of people did wrong to do with their mocks. This is quite a good example of somebody who's revised a lot but hasn't done quite what's required from the question in order to get the top marks. So as you can see here, the 2A question was all about cultural deprivation. And this person has done all the correct theorists. So they've used Hyman, just here, they've used Sugarman, they've used Douglas, and I think on the other side they went on to talk about Murray as well. However, what they haven't done, and where they've lost lots and lots and lots of marks, is they haven't actually explained the theories in terms of the question. So as you can see, it says cultural deprivation refers to non-financial factors. So non-financial factors, which is right. And a lot of people did that wrong as well, because a lot of people said that it was to do with financial factors like material deprivation. If you wrote that, you wouldn't have got the question right. So this is the non-financial factors. It also means that there is something wrong with a member of society's culture. So it's basically to do with their norms and their values, which are not appropriate for educational achievement. That would kind of be a bit more explanation. As we can see here, Hyman has been used. However, they've said Hyman, a function list, which is good. I know it's very small here, but a function list, who says that working class have 4 values. They are fatalism, immediate gratification, present time orientation, and collectivism. However, as you can see over here, because I've obviously marked it, they need to explain their link in much more detail. So what they've done is they've just said fatalism, immediate gratification, present time orientation, but they haven't said how that means that somebody is culturally deprived, and they haven't linked it to educational achievement. They've done the kind of token referral back of working class students are culturally deprived due to their attitudes, which leads to failure, but they haven't really explained what these attitudes were. So here, what they needed to say was something along the lines of fatalism, or for example, fatalism is, or for example, immediate gratification is. And they would have to explain how one of those factors led to them being culturally deprived and then led to them failing in education. So, for example, they could say immediate gratification. Or for example, if somebody had immediate gratification as an attitude, they would be more likely to want to achieve or be happy instantly. And so as a result, they wouldn't take their educational achievement particularly seriously. The reason for this is because this takes a lot of hard work, effort, revision, and deferred gratification. The working classes are more likely to feel immediate gratification and therefore are more likely to be culturally deprived, and therefore more likely to fail. So as you can see, this has got all the correct stuff, but just not enough detail. Same for this bit here. So Sugarman talks about the fact that they don't have realistic opportunities to better themselves. But why? Why don't they have realistic opportunities? You need to say something along the lines of they don't have realistic opportunities to better themselves because they have been socialised into a culture where they don't have the norms and values of having, the norms and values of achievement in education. Same thing here down with Douglas. Says that cultural deprivation is down to parental interest, which again is correct. He continues the theory by saying that middle-class parents are more interested in their child's education in comparison to working-class parents, so they're more likely to achieve. But you need to say why. Why is it that working-class parents don't care about their education in comparison to middle-class parents? So this answer, achieved 14 out of 20, which is still quite a good grade, don't get me wrong, but that's 6 marks, which is 10%, no, sorry, what is it, just under 10%, about 8% of the overall paper, which is, as I say, nearly a difference between a grade, even though they've revised, they've worked really hard, they've got all the appropriate theories, but it's just the detail was not there. So this is something that when you do your mock for the youth culture paper, you need to make sure you don't make the same mistake. So make sure you give lots of explanation. Sometimes examples are the best ways to achieve this. Okay, please ask me if you've got any questions.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.